Yo, what is up guys, Limit Gaming here, and in today's video I'll be giving you guys a run through on the best PvP talents for Battle for Azeroth. Now in this video I'll be showing you guys what add-ons I use, I'll be showing you guys where to download them from, and just a run through on how they work. Now with that being said, let's jump over to the side to have a look. Here the first add-on we're going to be running is Gladius. Now this is basically shows a bigger version of the arena frames. It shows the enemy's trinkets, their health, what abilities they use, and also tracks DRs. So as you guys can see here, it also has announcements, a voice you guys can turn on to announce certain things like trinkets or certain cooldowns. As you guys can see here, it shows the health bar, shows the mana, shows their casting, their abilities they're casting, and the class icon. A lot of other stuff, so it comes in very, very handy. Now, my next add-on right here, big debuff. So as you guys can see here, you might have noticed on some of my videos, when somebody gets stunned, cycloned, or whatnot, you can see it pops up with that big ability over their name, as you guys can see there, and a timer as well. So this comes in very handy to see when they're using certain defensive cooldowns. You can see when they're stunned, and also you can use this to time your crowd control out of it with that timer, which makes it very easy to time it down to the second. Also, you guys can see here, just bigger frames makes it very easy to see. You can put it on the enemy and you can put it on your teammates as well. So now the next add-on, also Omnibar. You guys might see in some of my videos, down the bottom of the screen in the center I have a bar. It shows the enemy's kicks. So now this comes in very, very handy, especially as a caster. This is a must-have. If you're trying to fake cast the enemy, you might not know when they kick, but with this add-on, you can see their kicks. You can see how long it has till it comes back up. So with this, during that time that the kick is down, you can pop some burst damage, you can get some crowd control out without having to worry about those kicks. Now, another good add-on to have is Details. This one, not so much, is not really PvP based, but a very nice add-on to have. Very handy. You guys can see the damage meters. Now, with this add-on, you can also go into like very specific things, so you guys can see the DPS, healing done, dispels, how much each ability does, like on average, how much it crits for. So this add-on, I think, is a must-have. You guys can see your abilities, how much they're doing, so you guys can sort of change that playstyle. If your damage is a bit low, you guys can sort of switch it around, see what does the most damage. Comes in very handy. Now this is a bit different. This is for Battlegrounds. This is going to be towards the end of the video, but for Battlegrounds, RBGs, Battleground enemies is an add-on you must have. So you guys can see here, shows all their names. You guys can see here to the left as well. Shows the DR, so right there, Cheap Shot DR, Demon Hunter Stun, Sap. Now you guys can see you don't want to be overlapping CC, helps you keep track of the enemy's DRs and the enemy's health. Not only that, you can use this to show their trinkets and their racials. So for example, in an RBG you must have this. So for me, say I'm going to try and ninja cap a base. If I see that somebody has no trinket, I can know that I can ninja cap on them straight away. If they have trinket, I might not be able to, and it helps to keep track of where everybody is on the map. Now, say Sapped, not a huge add-on, but comes in handy. And then also, like I said, for Rated Battleground, if you guys might be defending a base, you might get sapped if somebody's near you. You guys might not be using voice. If somebody's near you, they can see that you're sapped. It says you're sapped, so it comes in very handy. Okay, now guys, with that being said, I'm going to be jumping into some clips that I already have. I'm going to be running through the add-ons in these clips, letting you guys know how they work, so you guys can see it. You guys can see the add-ons in action. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Righto guys, so in this video I'm going to be having a clip, a video I've already uploaded. So now with this video I'll be showing you guys the add-ons, how they work. So to start off with, Gladius, right here on the right hand side of the screen, you can see the warrior name and health, his percentage, the hunter and the monk. So each of these classes have their class icon. You guys can see here their trinkets and the dispel. Now down the bottom of the screen in the center, also like I said, is that Omnibar. So this shows kicks. For example, warrior kick is down. You can use this for the enemy's kicks and also the enemy's defensives, such as like spell reflect, maybe the hunter's turtle, the monk's bubble and whatnot. So you guys can set this up, comes in very handy. So these are the add-ons currently that I'm using. So as you guys can see, right now playing the game, getting some damage out, free casting a little bit, getting some pressure out here. But we're gonna pause the video quickly. As you guys can see, that cyclone I put onto the hunter just momentarily. You guys can see 13-second DR. So until 13 seconds is over, you guys can see a little half sign below. I would not be able to get a full cyclone on that hunter for 13 seconds. Now, once that time is over, the full cyclone will be available again, but during this time, the cyclone will only be half, and then if I do it again, only a quarter. So, as you guys can see here also, my Shadow Priest chucking a silence out onto the Mistweaver. You guys can see here again, 16 seconds. 16 seconds on that DR. Now also, you guys can see right here, a root beam. So if you guys didn't see that right there, root beam on the healer shows the timer. So mass entanglement 7 seconds right there. So as you can see, gets out of that. Now he pops his cocoon. This is a big cooldown. You guys can see again over that nameplate, over that add-on right there. You can see the cooldown that is used, comes in very handy. Now again, down the bottom of the screen also, you can see that spell reflect is still on cooldown. No kicks are being used, so that's not too good on their part. But basically, you guys can see in action how the add-ons work. So with that being said, I'll jump into one more clip just so you guys can get a different game, a bit of a better perspective on it. So just give me 1 second here. Righto guys, here's one more game to start off with. As you guys can see, right hand side of the screen, you can see the enemies that we're versing are names, health percentages, mana, whatnot, and their trinkets. So right there, straight off the bat, there's a freedom onto the warrior. So if you guys can see right there, with the Gladius, you can see the freedom, and now also big debuffs. That big debuffs we're talking about, you guys can see right there. You might not notice this, so if you try slow or root him, you might not see this, but with that big picture right there, that big frame, with that big debuff add-on, you guys can keep track of this a lot easier. So now, also start of the game, I'm trying to cast, getting kicked straight away. So as you guys can see here, warrior is on his kick on his kick cooldown right now. So 10 seconds I can play. I don't have to worry about his kick. I have to worry about the hunter's kick. Maybe a stun or something. The hunter's already used his stun though, so I can get a little bit of free casting out. Right now, side of the screen on the Gladius add-on, you can see there is Avatar again. So this helps you keep track of the cooldowns. You might not see this because you guys can see I'm targeting the hunter, but on this right hand side of my screen with that Gladius add-on, I can see the warrior's cooldowns coming out here. So sitting bare, just trying to live a little bit. You guys can see here, a fear comes out onto the priest. Now, this is 2 fears on both the DPS. Got the hunter's trinket right there, which is very good. You guys can see a minute 59 seconds on the cooldown, and also the DR for both of them. Right there as well, a silence onto the holy pally. So I'm just going to be running around, trying to live a little bit. You guys can see here, fear comes out. That warrior's kick just coming off cooldown right there. As you guys can see, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, comes off cooldown. Now, going to be a root beam coming into the healer. As you guys can see, 3 seconds on that root beam still, so you know he's stuck in it. You can see he has trinket right there. He could trinket, but as there's not too much pressure, he's not going to. Now, as you guys can see here, also hunter popping his pet thing on the warrior. This reduces the warrior's chance of getting crit. Once again, with Gladius and big debuffs, you guys can keep track of this. Very easy, comes in very handy for PvP. Now, warrior's kick again on cooldown, so if I want, I can maybe chuck a root out on him here. Maybe cyclone him in a second because the fear DR is about to end to keep him in a bad position. Burst him down, get a little bit of pressure out since that kicks down. So just these little things you guys can know. Having that good position and knowing the enemy's cooldowns, you guys can use that to your advantage. Just comes in very handy, helps you get better at the game very quickly. So basically that's going to be it for the arena part of the video. With that being said, I'm going to jump over to the battleground side with that battleground target, so you guys can have a quick look at that. So let's get over there now. Okay, here is the battleground. So now, as you guys can see here, this is my setup for battlegrounds. As you guys can see here, down the bottom, I have my Omni bar, so you guys can see the rogue has no cloak, no kick, no evasion. He can be a very good target. You can see the mage's CS is down. So with this, you can base your playstyle, your position around this. You can see Rogue has no kick, so I can be close to him. I can be chasing him. Mage, he's pretty close to me on my right hand side of the screen. Don't really have to worry about his kick. Knowing the Rogue is still a good target, as you can see. He has no defensive cooldowns. But on the right hand side of the screen, you guys can see the enemy team. This is the Battleground enemy Addon. Now, as you guys can see here, for example, the priest here, Mesmerize, has no trinket, is on root DR and clone DR. So I know in a few seconds time I can get a full clone onto him with no trinket. It comes in very handy. So just again, skip to a later point in the game. You guys can see right here, trinkets, stun DR on the pally, no trinket. Right here, right hand side of the screen, all the enemies that have no trinkets. Left hand side of the screen are stun DR. So right here, priest again, just trinket is something, a minute 58 cooldown. I know I can get maybe a cyclone, or the paladin, I can get a cyclone onto him, keep him out of the game. Somebody else can chuck out silence or whatever. That everybody has that knowledge, has that understanding of what's going on in the game, able to keep track of everything happening. So now guys, I think that's going to be it for the video. I think that's everything I use for PvP and Battle for Azeroth. If you guys have any questions, want any more information, make sure to leave them in the comments. If you guys enjoyed, hit the thumbs up and make sure to stay tuned for the future content. Okay, just quickly, I know the video is over, but if you guys want help setting up the add-ons, you guys want to have your add-ons look like mine, or have any questions, I can do an add-on setup guide for each of these add-ons, telling you how to set them up, make them look like mine, how to track certain DR, certain cooldowns. So if you guys want that, let me know in the comments. And again, thanks for watching and peace out.